Hi, this is Sam from Coastal Angler Magazine. Today we're at HANCKEL Marine looking at the Monterey 385. It's a super sleek open bow cruiser that's fast and multi-purpose. Great family boat, something you can take on the Charleston Harbor to cruise or overnight to Hilton Head Island. We're going to let Bill from HANCKEL Marine take over from here and tell you all about this boat.
Hey, my name is Bill Elliott. I'm one of the sales representatives at HANCKEL Marine, and I'm here to show you a couple of the cool features that we've got on Monterey's 385 SE. The boat measures 37 feet, but it's 39 and a half feet with the motors on the outside. It's got a lot of cool features, and I'm excited to show them to you. All right, here we are. We're on the transom of the boat. Just stepped on, in theory, right off the dock, right onto a really large swim platform at the entrance into the cockpit right over here. Obviously our outboard power's right here. The boat's got plenty of space for whether you're port side docked or starboard side docked, or customers and clients and guests to easily board the vessel when pier side. Here on the back of the boat, we've got a large sun pad with a flipping bolster so that it can either be facing forward or everyone can lay out on the back. It's also a good storage area for extra fenders, dock lines. You see the cockpit table is stowed and put away with the table leg there. That cockpit table works in the inside here on the transom area cockpit, or even all the way up on the bow. But good storage and use of space here. As well as if we're leaving it in the water, all of our shore power controls, all easily accessible right here with extra storage for our shore power lines, more lines, and all of our electronics while the boat is pier side or in storage. All right, here we are in the cockpit area of the boat. This would be where hopefully most everybody's doing their entertaining. As you can see, we've got bolsters all the way around. Monterey does a really good job with their cushions. Anytime you see dark cushions with light stitching, then you better be really good at your stitching, and Monterey really is good. They highlight it very well. A lot of really good attention to detail. Monterey also does a great job of making use of empty space for storage so that it doesn't become just unusable space. So this boat, under each one of these, there's storage compartments there, the cockpit table we saw in the back hatch can be mounted here, can be mounted there, so lots of room for storage and entertaining. The wet bar area over here is also can be used. We have seating in front of that if we don't have enough room for guests, but we got plenty of room. In this boat, we equipped it with the grill. So you're out on the water and everyone's starting to get hungry, you can take your grill out, plug it in right there, and start entertaining, feeding the young ones or feeding the older ones. Just a quick compartment there, just for trash can and storage there. And then for quick access to, say, the ice, which you may need for some drinks, or just some cold waters. Even under the seat, we have just a spot for a cooler, really good cooler. I said Monterey does a good job of making use for all the little space for storage. Even this bolster here pulls down, and you have storage right here for everyone's little cell phones. They made a rack for it there. Cell phones, storage, wallets, keys, whatever, so that the guests keep up with their stuff, but it doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Lastly, on the back end of the boat, this boat's equipped with shore shade. So obviously this shade is electronic and it retracts back up into the T-top or into the hard top, but also it extends all the way to the back of the boat, giving you really good shade. All your controls are easily accessible, and as you can see, this shade comes all the way back. even if you are sitting on this back seat facing the swim platform and the motors, you are still covered under the shade. So lots of good shade, and the Sure shade like this, since it's pointed backwards, is something that you can run with while it's out. Although I don't know how hard I'd run, because the boat does almost 60 miles an hour. All right, we've moved a little bit forward here, and we're kind of at the helm and passengers cruising area. I do want to continue with the entertaining aspect of the boat, which over here on this side, obviously you can see we've got a full refrigerator up here. See, we got little slots in there for wine bottles to kind of keep all your drinks chilled and keep those refreshments coming, or at least the water cool while you're out there, hopefully not getting too dehydrated in the sun. The other thing we didn't talk about was that this boat has outlets and power for your party all over the boat. We have 12-volt plugs here. There's USB ports scattered throughout the boat. They're all over the place. Even up here on the front where we've got a little wet bar and sink area. Even up under there, more storage for your phone, wallet, keys, keep stuff from sliding around, and keep your items charged. Then as we move over here to the helm, we'll start talking about, so all of the Monterey's partner with Ray Marine, so you get the good Ray Marine GPS depth finder combos on there. This boat again is powered with Mercury power, and you can get it with Yamaha also. This boat has three 350s, and we've also equipped it with the joystick steering for easy docking and maneuvering, as well as Mercury's active trim. If you're not familiar with active trim, when you're at idle or sitting low, make sure your engines are down. When you get up and you're running and you're cruising, then the motors trim themselves to the desired position, and you don't have to touch it. The other thing up here at the helm, you can see it's all wrapped. Good stitching again. Nice finished dash here to cut down on glare for the driver and everyone. The helm seat that is here is adjustable. So if we come around this side here, I'm 6'2" for any scale here, so I don't have a problem reaching it. But for more vertically challenged individuals, if you need to get a little bit closer, it's just a touch of a button. We move right on up. And when I'm up and I'm driving, I like to sit up high. When I'm down and we're just riding around, flip the bolsters down in this nice, good, comfortable spot. Also, with the Ray Marine being that far away, I don't even need to stand up to get to it. I have remote controls for the Ray Marine here. I can control all my electronics without having to stand up at all. Obviously, the boat's going to have VHF and trim tabs and our nice stainless steel switching and everything right here at the helm. Next, we'll move forward. All right, now the 385 is not a cabin cruiser. It is a bow rider. So here we are up on the bow with lots of space for entertaining. All the wraparound seating. If you'll notice, all my cup holders are recessed down and in. It's very nice. Again, with the charging ports and stuff for USBs and cell phones. All that stuff is all around the boat, and then this nice stitching all the way around really adds some nice touches and nice detail to the boat. The nice low integrated bow rail gives your riders some safety, something to hang on to, but it's not a big clunky thing hanging out over the bow. The windlass is built into the bow, and of course it's freshwater washdown is supplied there. As far as storage, again up here on the bow, very large bow storage locker, plenty of room in there. There's the windlass, we haven't put it on yet. Also up here on the front of the bow, we have storage under all the seating. And in this one, we actually have the curtains for around the cockpit, and then two more cushions that are similar to this one that also stow in these slots here, so that you can fill the whole bow with a layout sun pad and entertain even more guests. So up here on the bow, lots of room for entertaining. This boat also, we equipped it with the bow sun shade. It attaches all the way back to the hard top, and you'll see fasteners here where you stick the poles in there. and attach the canopy out. So this entire bow, all the way out here to even the person sitting here, would be under a shade. Makes it really, really nice, especially on the hot summer days when you wanted just a little bit of shade, but still getting that good breeze off the water. So up here on the bow, again, this boat was built for entertaining. All right, now moving back from the bow, back towards the cockpit area, it is a 38-foot boat, and it is a bow rider that's meant for entertaining. That doesn't mean that they've cut out any ability to cruise on the boat or stay on the boat overnight. As we move back halfway through the pass-through here, on the port side of the boat, we've got a full head and shower. I'll show you that in a second. And on the starboard side of the boat, we walk down into the living area and quarters and berthing area. All right, here we are down in the head compartment. Again, we're on the port side of the boat. You can see there's still ample storage for all your toiletries and whatnot. We do have a full sink and everything in here, as well as fresh water for a shower. So if you need to hose off, shower off, it all just drains right under the boat. On the facing me here on the opposite side is again a mirror and more storage. Okay, here we've gone down into the starboard side berthing area. As you can see up front, all of our controls for the fuse boxes and circuit breakers is all right up here, so you don't have to come all the way down to access them, but all easily accessible here. As we move down into the area, again, we have another refrigerator here, a microwave, and then just some more controls. This is the main head unit for a stereo system on the boat, although there are remotes on the bow, at the helm, and even on the transom seating. So you have control of the stereo from anywhere. This is the main head unit here. This boat is equipped with satellite television. We have a 42-inch TV down here with Blu-ray player, and the satellite control box is up here. So if we are staying overnight, or wherever we want to stay, whether it be in a marina or at Anchorage, we will still have television, full power on the boat, as well as air conditioning. So the boat is heated and cooled, and so you should be comfortable down in here. Let's move on back. Here we are all the way down in here now. So as you can tell, again, I'm 6'2". I've got full headroom. I'm standing straight up. So there's plenty of headroom down in here. On my left is the 42-inch TV, again with nice sound bar right here. And then on my right hand side, again, we're down the starboard side, we got good windows for everything. Of course, everything closes off nice and easily. Again, Monterey's nice stitching and fabrics are here. This is actually access to the stereo system and some more electronics here. And then, as always, everywhere you look, storage and USB ports and charging ports. This is actually the controller thermostat for the air conditioning. There is also a vent by the helm for the driver, so you can get air conditioning up on the, I think it's by the driver and by the passenger. There's air conditioning in the cockpit for when you have the full enclosure. Straight here on the couch, obviously this will pull out if you are entertaining more than just a couple guests, or you got kids running around. Little place for them to stay. Slides in and out very smoothly. And then all the way back is a full queen size berth. With storage and outlets and air vents and all kind of room down there for a 38-foot bow rider. We've got a lot. They've made really, really good use of all the space. As I mentioned before, this boat is powered with Mercury 350s. It is rated for Mercury and Yamaha, and we get a lot of boats in both. All of them would have triple engines, and one of the benefits to going to the outboard power is the performance. We now have the weight a little bit further back than we would with the inboards. So with weight further back and a little bit longer length on the boat, the performance on the boat increases greatly. Again, this boat is about 60-mile-an-hour boat and holds 250 gallons. One of the other benefits a side benefit to pulling out the inboards and sticking the power on the back is we gain all that space where the engine room would have held the inboards. In this boat, we just use it as storage. So as you can see down here, Monterey's done us a favor and built in just this tray so that we can store fenders, dock lines, or whatever you want without it having to go all the way down to the bilge. If it was all the way down there in the bottom of the boat, it'd be too far to go get. So Monterey's thrown in just this tray right here. It just makes it easier for us to be able to use for storage of little items that you may get to. But it does just lift right out and come right out, and if you did that, you'd have access down into the entire boat. Obviously the generator right here is nice, easy to get to for all your maintenance stuff. It's not going to be a big pain in the neck trying to sit down in a cramped compartment. And Monterey's done a great job of laying everything out and tying everything up and out of the way so that when you do have to conduct that maintenance, it's a little bit less stressful. It's maybe a 1-drink job as opposed to a 5-drink job.